Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Quote of the day. Don't judge each day by the harvest you reap, but the seeds that you plant. I am Dr. Hussain Mahmood. Today I am presenting on diabetes mellitus under kind supervision of my professor, Dr. Saira Afzal. Learning objective. Today we learn introduction of diabetes mellitus, classification of diabetes, type 1 and type 2 diabetes, metabolic syndrome, epidemiology, screening, management, prevention, recent updates, and MCQs. Learning outcomes. By the end of this presentation, participants would be able to describe diabetes, its types, epidemiology, screening, prevention, and its management. Diabetes. Key facts: the number of people with diabetes rose from 108 million in 1980 to 422 million in 2014. Prevalence has been rising more rapidly in low and middle income countries than in high income countries. Diabetes is a major cause of blindness, kidney failure, heart attack, stroke, and lower limb amputation. Between 2000 and 2019, there was a 3% increase in diabetes mortality rates by the age. In 2019, diabetes and kidney disease due to diabetes caused an estimated 2 million deaths. A healthy diet, regular physical activity, maintaining a normal body weight, and avoiding tobacco use are always to prevent or delay the onset of type 2 diabetes. Diabetes can be treated and its consequences avoided or delayed with diet, physical activity, medication, and regular screening and treatment for complication. World Diabetes celebrated on 14th November. Introduction. Diabetes is a chronic metabolic disease characterized by elevated level of blood glucose, which leads over time to serious damage to heart, blood vessels, eyes, kidneys, and nerves. Classification of diabetes. Type 1 diabetes, beta cell destruction usually leads to absolute insulin deficiency. In type 2 diabetes, insulin is resistant with insulin secretion deficiency. 90 to 95% of people who have diabetes have type 2 diabetes. Other specific type: genetic defect in beta cell function, genetic defect in insulin action, exocrine pancreas disease, endocrinopathies, drug or chemical induced infection. Other are forms gestational insulin resistance with beta cell dysfunction. Chronic undernutrition, malnutrition also cause diabetes. Nutrition insult uh, cause isolate nutritional deficient, reduce beta cell volume and function, acute insult leading to beta cell failure. Increase liability to beta cytotoxic, influences genetics, cytotoxic, virus, immunological, environmental, beta cell toxic influence like radiation, dietary toxins cause diabetes. Diabetes mellitus as part of metabolic syndrome. Type 2 diabetes and cardiovascular share a common antecedent. The concept, the metabolic syndrome, clustering of central obesity with several other major cardiovascular disease risk factors. Metabolic syndrome risk factor includes central obesity, heart disease, lipid problems, hypertension, and type 2 diabetes. Metabolic syndrome and STROM X. Avoid the X factor leads to diabetes, stroke, and heart disease. Abdominal obesity, waist is more than 40 in men and more than 35 in women. Hyperglycemia, fasting blood sugar is more than 110 milligram, and hypertension, taking medicine for BP. Lipids triglyceride level is more than 150 and HDL is less than 40 milligram per deciliter in male, and less than 35 milligram per deciliter in female. In type 1 diabetes, pancreas decrease insulin in the blood sugar. It causes increased glucose due to low insulin, and muscle unable to use glucose due to low insulin, and it glycogen and protein breakdown causing ketoacidosis. But in type 2 diabetes, pancreas sufficient insulin secreted in the bloodstream. It causes increased glucose in the bloodstream, muscle unable to use glucose due to insulin resistance, obesity, inheritance, and other factors leading to insulin resistance. Causes of type 1 diabetes: hyperdietary predisposition, autoimmune disease, viruses and infection, autoimmune destruction of beta cell, damage to removal of the pancreas, unfavorable environment factor, drugs and chemical toxins, and endocrine disease. Symptoms of type 1 diabetes in adults and children: excessive thirst, excessive hunger, unexplained weight loss, blurred vision, slow healing of cuts and sores, fatigue, vaginal yeast and infection, frequent urination, including frequent full diaper in infant and bedwetting in children. Causes of type 2 diabetes mellitus: genetic factor, obesity, lack of exercise, diet, ethnicity, age, smoking, lower sleep duration, stress, and high blood pressure. Early warning sign and symptoms of type 2 diabetes: frequent urination, increased thirst, always feeling hungry, feeling very tired, blurry vision, infection, tingling, numbness of hand and feet, weight gain or loss without trying, slow healing of cuts and wounds. Type 1 with type 2 diabetes. In type 1 diabetes cannot be prevented or cured. The body does not create enough insulin. Causes are unknown, but genetics may play a role. Require insulin injection for life. In type 2 diabetes can be prevented through lifestyle modification. The body does not create enough insulin or develop insulin resistance. Cause includes genetics, aging, inactivity, obesity, and more. Require insulin as needed, injected or oral. The common in type 1 and type 2 diabetes are can cause other serious health problems and complications. Requires a healthy lifestyle and medical supervision. Symptoms include thirst, frequent urination, and blurry vision. Gestational diabetes symptoms and management. Gestational diabetes symptoms: a constant thirst, constant hunger, constant urge to urinate. Managing gestational diabetes: consult with gynecologists, healthy low sugar diet, staying active, exercise, losing extra weight. The complication of gestational diabetes: preeclampsia, cesarean delivery, and macrosomia. Epidemiology: insulin dependent diabetes mellitus and non insulin dependent diabetes mellitus are urgent. Host age more than 35 years in insulin dependent diabetes mellitus, and age less than 30 years in insulin dependent diabetes mellitus, and more than 30 years in non insulin dependent diabetes mellitus. Sex in both type 1 HLA DR3 DR4, gestational diabetes mellitus, and obesity. Environment: sedentary lifestyle, low dietary fibers, malnutrition, alcohol, stress, viral infection, beta cell destruction. Comparison of type 1 and type 2 diabetes. In type 1 diabetes, onset is sudden, and in type 2 diabetes is gradual. Age of onset in type 1 diabetes in any age, and type 2 diabetes mostly in adults. Body habits in type 1 diabetes, thin or normal. In type 2 diabetes, often obese. Ketoacidosis in type 1 diabetes is common, and in type 2 diabetes is rare. Autoantibodies in type 1 diabetes usually present, in type 2 diabetes absent. Endogenous insulin in type 1 diabetes is low, and in type 2 diabetes is normal or decrease or increase. Confidence on identical twins in type 1 diabetes is 50%, and in type 2 diabetes is 90%. Prevalence in type 1 diabetes is less prevalent, and in type 2 diabetes more prevalent, 90 to 95%. Major complications of diabetes are microvasculars and macrovasculars. In microvasculars includes eye complication, kidney complication, and neuropathy. In eye, high blood pressure and high blood pressure can damage to blood vessel, causing retinopathy, cataract, and glaucoma. In kidney, high blood pressure damages small blood vessels, and excess blood glucose overwork to kidney, resulting in nephropathy. Neuropathy, hyperglycemia damages nerves in the peripheral nervous system. Macrovascular complication includes brain, heart, and extremities. In brain, increased risk of stroke and severe disease, cerebrovascular disease, including transient ischemic attack, cognitive impairment. In heart, high blood pressure and insulin resistance, increased risk of coronary heart disease. Extremities, peripheral vascular disease result from narrowing of blood vessel, increasing the risk of reduce or lack of flow in the legs. Screening. Urine examination. Urine test for glucose 2 hours after meal. At all those with glycosuria are considered diabetic unless proven by standard OGTT. Glycosuria is present in most severe cases of diabetes. Mostly sensitivity of test varies 10 to 50%. Test result in missed diabetics result is false negative, non-considered an appropriate tool for case finding. Blood sugar testing. Standard oral glucose test cornerstone of diabetes diagnosis. Screening program mostly use fasting, postprandial, or random blood sugar. In epidemiology surveys, the random blood glucose level is considered unsatisfactory. Recommendation for epidemiological survey: 2 hours value after 75 gram oral glucose alone or with fasting value. Diagnosis of prediabetes and diabetes. How tests perform? Fasting plasma glucose, blood glucose is measured after at least an 8-hour fasting. Normally is less than 110 milligram per deciliter. Oral glucose tolerant test. 75 gram glucose load is ingested after at least an 8-hour fast. Blood glucose is measured at 2 hours. Normal is less than 140 milligram per deciliter. Random plasma glucose blood sugar glucose is measured at any time regardless of eating. Diagnosis of diabetes and diabetes. Pre-diabetes IFG is fasting plasma glucose 110 say 125 milligram per deciliter. Pre-diabetes IGT is oral glucose tolerance 140 to 199 milligram per deciliter. Diabetes mellitus is fasting plasma glucose is more than 126 milligram per deciliter. Oral glucose tolerance test is more than 200 milligram per deciliter. Random plasma glucose is more than 200 milligram per deciliter. HbA1c percentage of HbA is to which glucose is attended normal is more than 5.7%. Pre-diabetic is 5.7 to 6.4%, and diabetic is more than 6.5%. Investigation during follow-up: urine sugar 2 hours, postprandial once a week, blood sugar FPS, PPPS once in 3 to 6 months, lipid profile once in a year, ECG once in a year, urine albumin, blood urea serum creatinine, retinoscopy, and glycated HB once in 3 to 6 months. CDC, the road to the type 2 diabetes. Normal is HbA1c below 5.7% is normal. Fasting blood sugar is 99 milligram per deciliter, and glucose tolerance is 140 milligram per deciliter. In pre-diabetics, HbA1c is 5.7 to 6.4%. Fasting blood sugar test is between 100 to 125. Glucose tolerance test is 140 to 199 milligram per deciliter. In diabetes, HbA1c is 6.5% or above. Fasting blood sugar test is 126 above. Uh, Glucose tolerance test is 200 milligram per deciliter or above. Type 2 diabetes is a rising threat in youth who has prediabetes. 1 in 5, 12 to 18 years, 1 in 4 in 8, 19 to 34 years. Prediabetes is higher in males and people with obesity. What can you do? Parents should talk to their child health care providers about testing for type 2 diabetes. Adult and age 18 and over can take 1 minute risk test at target population for diabetes screening. Age more than 40, age group 40 years and above, family history of diabetes, obesity, woman with baby weight more than 4.5 kg, woman with excessive weight gain during pregnancy, patient with premature atherosclerosis. Management of diabetes mellitus. Treatment of diabetes mellitus is diet, lifestyle modification, oral hypoglycemic agents, and insulin. Lifestyle changes that help control diabetes. Plan meals, exercise 30 minutes, 5 plus days a week, get 7 to 9 hours of sleep, eat a healthy diet, take your medication as prescribed, quiet smoking, manage blood pressure and cholesterol, watch your stress level, limit alcohol, keep your medical appointment. Lifestyle modification, regular exercise, walking, other aerobic exercises, maintenance of weight, stop smoking and food cares, oral anti-diabetic drugs. If satisfactory control is not possible with diet and lifestyle changes alone, then oral anti-diabetic drugs use sulfonylureas, biguanides, alpha-glucosidase, and thiazolidinose. Insulin, different species, bovine, human recommend different preparations are soluble insulin, plain insulin, rapid acting insulin analogs, Lispro, Aspart, prolonged acting insulin, protamine insulin, zinc insulin, and glargine. Prevention and care. Level of prevention in type 2 diabetes mellitus. Primary prevention includes activities aimed at preventing diabetes from occurring in susceptible population. Secondary diabetes, early diagnosis and effective control of diabetes in order to delay the progress of disease. And tertiary prevention, prevent complication and disabilities due to diabetes. Primary prevention scope for primary prevention of type 1 diabetes is limited. Population strategy, primordial prevention, prevention of emergency of risk factor, maintain body weight through adoption of healthy nutrition habits and physical exercise. High risk strategy, sedentary lifestyle, avoid alcohol, smoking, high blood pressure, elevated cholesterol and triglyceride level. In secondary prevention, early diagnosis and treatment, maintain blood sugar level, maintain ideal weight, blood pressure measurement routine, blood glucose monitoring, urine for ketones and proteins, glycated HB estimated 6 monthly should be less than 6%. Diabetes routine self-care practice: blood glucose monitor, balanced nutrition, food, carbohydrate counting, medications, yoga and exercise. Diet and regular exercise. Keep on eye on blood sugar level. Be regular with medication. Control the cholesterol level. Take care of kidney. Lose weight and practice good oral hygiene. Tertiary prevention, strict metabolic control, education, and effective treatment, screening for complication in their early stages with their intervention is more effective. This is tertiary prevention approaches. Tertiary prevention screening for eye problems, screening for diabetic retinopathy is cost effective where subsequent treatment such as laser treatment is available and affordable. Where there is no access to laser treatment, good metabolic control aimed at delaying the progress of diabetic eye disease is likely to be cost effective. Tertiary prevention, managing food problems. A number of interventions have been found to be effective in preventing food problem. Education, pressure relieving intervention, multidisciplinary clinicians. The food care guidelines: wash your feet every day with the lukewarm, dry your feet well, moisture your feet, check your feet for blister, keep your toenails, wear clean socks, keep your feet warm, never walk barefoot, examine your shoe for things that might hurt your feet. Tertiary prevention screening for renal problem. Renal failure in diabetes can be detected very early by screening for macroalbuminuria. However, effective treatment must be available in order to follow on from the detection of the early sign of renal failure. Classic levers in the public health response to diabetes: clinical services, glycemic control, BP control, lipid management, annual eye examination, foot care, kidney disease testing, flu immunization, preconception care, diabetes education, case management, and targeted screening. Promotion of behavior education and awareness for physical activity, reduce tobacco, healthy diet, regular doctor visits, self-monitoring, self-education, population targeted policies, healthcare access, drug and supply reimbursement policies, population registry and feedback system. This is diabetic health infographics. Now recent advances. Three organizations addressing diabetes in Pakistan. In 2019, Pakistan ranked 6th globally for the prevalence of diabetes. The recent increase in the prevalence of diabetes in Pakistan is associated with lifestyle changes. Citizens have been adopting their diet due to the industrialization and economic development within the country. Diabetes Institute of Pakistan was founded in 1996. It has been the leading organization for diabetes management, treatment, education, counseling in the country. World Diabetes Foundation Project 15947. The World Diabetes Foundation started project WDF 1597 to make diabetes treatment more widely accessible, especially focus on helping low-income individual and areas. WDF support 3 treatment clinics in Islamabad and opened through training and education initiative. Between 2015 and 2018, WDF trained more than 300 nurses, doctors, paramedics in proper prevention, diagnosis, and treatment practice in order to better serve the needs of the communities. The Diabetic Center is non-profit organization in Islamabad aim to improve the access to diagnosis, screening, and treatment of diabetes in Pakistan by providing the service for free to low-income individuals The organization has 12 clinics that respond to specific complications of the disease, such as kidney, cardiac, and eye care facility since 2014. WHO response uh, provides scientific guidelines for the prevention of major non-communicable disease, includes diabetes, develops norms and standards for diabetes diagnostic and care, build awareness on the global epidemic of disease, marking World Diabetes Day 14 November. The WHO Global Report to Diabetes provide an overview of the diabetes burden intervention available to prevent. The WHO module on diagnosis and management of type 2 diabetes bring together guidance on diagnosis, classification, and management of type 2 diabetes in one document. In April 2021, WHO launched the Global Diabetes Compact, a global initiative aiming for sustained improvement in diabetes prevention and care, with a particular focus on supporting low and middle income countries. This article, published in 2024, feasibility of prevention of type 2 diabetes in low and middle income countries. This type 2 diabetes is a leading cause of global mortality and morbidity. Near 80% of individuals with diabetes live in low and middle income countries, where nearly half of those with condition remain undiagnosed. Primary prevention studies in lower middle income countries have generated evidence to show the efficacy and scalability of strategy to full prevent or delay development of diabetes in high risk groups. However, these are mainly limited to certain countries. The studies have indicated that prevention policies are effective in population with a high risk of type 2 diabetes, and they also have long-term benefit not only for risk of type 2 diabetes but also for the risk of associated metabolic disorders. This another article published in 2023, December 2023, enhancing access and impact of the Medicare diabetes prevention program using telehealth, a narrative review. Over 2,000 million older adults in the United States have pre-diabetes, which is often precursor to type 2 diabetes. The objective of the narrative review is to explore the role of telehealth on the accessibility of effectiveness of the diabetes prevention program for older adults. The evidence indicates the delivery of MDTP via telehealth is beneficial for increasing program reach and impact, including among underserved groups, as well as providing social support for older participants. Now MCQs. A 55-year-old woman present for a routine checkup. She has a family history of diabetes mellitus, with both her parents diagnosed with type 2 diabetes. In their 60s, she is overweight with a body mass index of 31 and report feeling increasingly fatigued. Lately, she mentions experiencing frequent thirst and urination, particularly at night. Her fasting blood glucose level is measured at 140 milligram per deciliter. Gestational diabetes per deciliter, refer her to a dietitian for weight management and dietary consultant. A recommend for lifestyle modification, including regular exercise and dietary changes. Uh, C, perform an oral glucose tolerance test to confirm the diagnosis of diabetes. Prescribe metformin to help control blood glucose level. Schedule regular follow-up appointment. Monitor her blood glucose level. Anyone? It's C, perform an oral glucose tolerance test. Mr. Akbar is a 58-year-old gentleman with a family history of diabetes. He has a background of ischemic heart disease, mixed hyperlipidemia, and hypertension. He had a delayed presentation of an inferior myocardial infarction 3 months ago. His most recent labs showed fasting glucose 120 milligram per deciliter, HbA1c 6.0. He has the type of diabetes, gestational diabetes, pre-diabetes, steroid-induced diabetes, type 1 diabetes, and type 2 diabetes.
E.
Yes, it's B, prediabetes. 45-year-old male presented in outpatient department with symptoms of tingling and numbness in feet, leg, cramps, weight gain, extreme thirst, increased hunger, dry mouth, frequent urination from the last 2 years. He reported a positive family history of diabetes. He recently showed reports of fasting glucose in 230 milligram per deciliter range. Most days of HbA1c is 8.0%. A most likely cause of these symptoms is due to gestational diabetes, prediabetes, steroid-induced diabetes, type 1 diabetes, and type 2 diabetes.
E. Type 2 diabetes.
Yes, it's E. A 50-year male presented in the medical outpatient department with the symptoms of increased thirst and urination, fatigue, and blurred vision for the last 6 months. On clinical physical examination, BP 140 85 millimeter mercury, BMI 36, waistline of 40 inches. His clinic lab assessment, triglyceride 160 milligram, fasting blood glucose level 155, a high density lipoprotein level less than 30. The most likely cause of this sign and symptoms: Addison disease, Cushing syndrome, metabolic syndrome, Paget disease, and thyroid disease.
C.
Yes, it's C, metabolic syndrome. A 25-year A 25-year or 28-week pregnant female present in gynecology and obstetric outpatient department with the symptoms of increased thirst, fatigue, and increased urination for last 1 month. She gave a positive family history of diabetes. The most likely cause of these symptoms is due to gestational diabetes, prediabetes, steroid-induced diabetes, type 1 diabetes, and type 2 diabetes. It's A, gestational diabetes. A 64-year-old female presented to the diabetic clinic to manage type 2 diabetes mellitus diagnosed 15 years ago. She was recently diagnosed with diabetes gastroparesis. The long-term complication of diabetes mellitus in her case could be fungal infection of the nose, fungal infection of the throat, urinary tract infection, skin and soft tissue infection, and E is visual impairment. It's E, visual impairment. A group of public health students performed evaluation research on the performance of two commonly used diabetes screening tests among 1,057 participants older than 40 years of age. According to the result, the sensitivity of the one test was 40% and the other was 80%. What type of the screening test showed low sensitivity in this research? Blood urea, fasting blood glucose test, glycosated HB lipid profile, and urine examination.
E.
Yes, it's E, urine examination. A 58-year-old male has had type 2 diabetes mellitus for the past 5 years. His glycosated hemoglobin HbA1c is 7.5% while oral anti-diabetic drugs daily. He is otherwise well and there is increase in his body weight. He gave a history of smoking and sedentary life. Which of the following would the next best treatment option? Change oral anti-diabetic drugs, increase the calories from carbohydrates up to 70%, increase the calories from fats up to 50%, increase the calorie from protein up to 30%, and regular exercise and stop smoking. It's E.
E.
It's E, regular exercise and stop smoking. Ms. Ali wants to conduct a population-based study to determine the prevalence of diabetes mellitus type 2 in the ABC population. Which screening test is recommended as best for epidemiological survey? Blood urea, glycated HB, lipid profile, 2 hours value after 75 gram oral glucose, and urine examination. It's D.
D.
It's D, 2-hour value after 75 gram oral glucose. Mr. Ali, a 50-year-old male, has had diabetes mellitus for the past 10 years. His glycosated hemoglobin is 8.0 and his oral diabetic medication upon his routine checkup with endocrinology clinics. Physician advised him to exercise, maintain his weight, foot care, and regularly walk. Which of the following type of diabetes is with chronic prevention has limited scope? Gestation diabetes, malnutrition, steroid-induced diabetes, type 1 diabetes, type 2 diabetes. It's D, type 1 diabetes. This is key for our MCQs. This is reference to with their presentation.